Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back. What's going on, subs, and how y'all doing, noobs? And just in case you don't know what a noob is, honey, that's short for newbie. And just in case you don't know what a newbie is, don't you worry, I'm about to tell you. A newbie be anybody checking me out, maybe for the first time, maybe for the second. It may even be for the third, fourth, or fifth. We don't count those numbers around here. We really don't. We don't. I just want all of my subs and I want all of my noobs to gather around and come on in, come on in, come on in. Okay, so for today, you guys know what tickety time it is. For those who are not initiated, I like to come in here maybe about once a month and give my faves as far as all the upgrades and latest updates that I have been making in my life. You know, I've been making little tweaks here and there just to make my life just a little bit better. You know what I mean? Live a little bit better, do a little bit better. You know, it's still me. It's still Dolce, but just me, just a little bit better. You get it? The operative, okay. So anyway, I like to call this initiative Dolce 2.0. So without any further ado and without any further delay, we're just gonna jump right into all the upgrades and the latest updates that I have for you today. So again, for those who are not familiar, I like to do different categories as far as where I have been making my improvements. And the first category that we're going to start off with is water. You guys already know that water is very essential to having a great life. And with that being said, it's one of my goals. It has been one of my goals as far as to drink more. And I have been moving right along with that. Those who are familiar, you guys know that I like little, drinkware and glassware or whatever. And it just gives me a little bit more incentive, incentive to drink my water. I have been doing quite well and staying on course with that. You guys know that I have the big mason jars with the straws in them, little lid. Then I got the little mug, and then I got a little stuff from Starbucks and this and that, little cute stuff. So I have been drinking my water. I have no more excuse. Or no more excuses. And so I've been on task with that. Now, next up is sleep. I've had issues with getting a restful sleep. And so one of my initiatives has been to get a better dose of or a better round of REM, because I'll go to sleep, but then it's a restless sleep. And, I'll wake up or whatever, and I just don't feel rested when I wake up in the morning. So with that being said, I think last go round, I said it was ebb and tide, which it has been. And one of you guys, and you know who you are, one of you guys left a comment saying that I should try magnesium. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give that a go. Because again, I am trying to get, right now I get maybe about 6 hours of sleep. Which isn't too bad, but my aim is to stay at 7 to 8. So I happened to go into the store and I was with someone who was getting some type of supplement for something else. But in them doing so, I saw something that I thought may work for me. Now, I've tried sleeping supplements before, okay? So those who know, who watched a couple of videos ago of mine, I tried something and it was okay. It was an OTC or over the counter. It wasn't, it was all natural and all like that. I'm not into taking, anything heavy. But let me tell you, I tried these, the Goalie Nutrition Dreamy Sleep Gummies. And I'm telling you, these are hitting. Okay. Now this right here, this right here, dog, this right here, this works for me. I tried this and I absolutely, positively love it. I really do. Not only does this have melatonin in it, but it's natural. It has lemon balm and botanicals and magnesium. So girl, you help me out. You help me out. And vitamin D. When I saw that, in addition to the comment that you left, I said this may work. And let me tell you, it does work. It's gluten-free, non-GMO, gelatin-free. And it's vegan. For those that care, it has all of that, or it doesn't have all of that. And I got this from TJ Maxx. Hope y'all don't do a run on TJ Maxx. Just leave me a bottle. That's all I'm asking. Just leave me a bottle on the shelf. Don't take all the bottles off the shelf. I'm gonna need this right now. I got this from TJ Maxx. okay, which is a discount department store for those who are not familiar. Got it for a decent price. It's about $11.99, and it comes to 62 a jar. Not only do they taste good, but I think I told you guys before that I'm not really into gummies. You know, that's not really my thing. But these gummies are not as gummy as some gummies. The ones that I took before were by Ollie, but this one is Goalie. So we went from Ollie to Goalie, and Goalie is helping me reach my goal as far as getting a restful sleep. Now, it's not a knockout drop. It's not going to have you just, you know, it's not going to do that. What it does is it smooths you out. Now, you guys know that I have a wind down routine before I lay down. I like to take a shower and, you know, try and wind down and get myself from 60 to 0 so that I can have a restful sleep. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I'm too wired up, and like I said, sometimes I hear bumps in the night, and that's about it. I'm up. So this is a great addition to that whole regimen. It just helps me smooth out and relax and get a restful sleep. And when I wake up, I really feel better. I feel like I feel like I had a good amount of sleep. Even if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm able to go right back to sleep. Because for me, it takes me a long time if my sleep is interrupted to go back to sleep. You know, I'm one of those people. So it's a little gummy. It sort of looks like a little flower or berry or something like that. So you would take 2 of these and call somebody in the morning, okay? No. So 2 of these is all it takes. 30 minutes before you go to bed, and it does, for me, it does the job. So there is that. So next up is exercise. Now, I've been on this kick, like I gotta do more, you know. Summer is coming up very quickly, and you know, we got things to do. We got things to do, things to wear, and feel good wearing them. So I am doing my exercises as far as my little put. Well, I fell off a little bit. Come on, Dolce, tell the people, tell the people. I fell off just a little bit. Sometimes you just get tired and you just don't feel like doing it. But I am committed to continue to do my crunches, my push-ups, my stretching. I do that. I stretch all the time. And I do want to get back to my walking. Okay, the weather has been sort of inclement over here. It's raining right now, so I don't really walk in the rain and all like that. The time that I have allotted to walking, I no longer really have that anymore. So being that I haven't been able to rely on that, I've been looking into other things, including Pilates. Now, the last time that we spoke, I said, honey, when we come back in here, we're going to have some news as far as the Pilates, because I've been sort of dragging my feet as far as getting into an actual class. So we have decided that we were going to take a virtual class on the U and the Tube. So I looked on the YT, and like I said, I found the person. I found 2 people. I found one young lady, don't remember her name, but I did one of the things with her. You know, it was like an introductory class, you know, because I'm a newbie. I said, let me take it slow. Let me just see what she's working with. Again, her name escapes me, but she has like this foreign accent, and she's stretching, and she's by the pool, and she's doing this, and she's doing that. And I was following along, and I like it. I did I think I did like 2 sessions, and they were pretty quick. The more that I do it, the more I will have to tell and relay and possibly show as far as how the Pilates is going. I really like her. And then there's a Black woman that has a Pilates session online, and I'm going to look into her as well. But this one I actually did. So I really like it. And yeah, once I really get more into it and get into, I guess, the rhythm of doing the classes, I guess maybe twice a week or whatever I'm going to do, I will let you guys know and let you know what that pattern is going to be as far as that type of exercise. So we are making progress with that. Okay, so next up is food. Now, you guys know that I'm a TJ's girl. TJ meaning Trader Joe's, just in case anybody out there is not familiar. I'm very familiar with Trader Joe's, honey. He and I get along very well. We like this. You know what I mean? We tight. We tight. So with that being said, I went to Trader Joe's, honey, and I saw they got some lemon poppy seed muffins. Well, someone told me about it. And then when I went to the store, I saw them. Lemon poppy seed muffins. Now, I didn't get those, okay? Don't get excited. I didn't get those. I was tempted. But I got my usual, the chocolate chip chunk cookies and sea salt. So besides that, I got the, okay. I know I said I was going to cut back on sugar, which I am. I'm definitely doing that. I'm doing very good with that. But I saw these. See, I saw someone talk about these, and I said, you know what? Let me try them. I just got to try them. Yes. So I saw these in the store, and I said, honey, I got to grab these. And this is the Trader Joe's cinnamon buns roll. Honey, these are the cinnamon buns. Buns. Cinnamon buns with cream cheese frosting. Yes. First of all, they come 4 to a pack. Second of all, they are covered in, did I say cream cheese? Yes, cream cheese frosting. And this is my first time buying them, okay? And I just took a little nibble. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're still in the package. So I didn't go ham yet. I didn't go ham on the buns. I did. But, and first nibble, they're not bad. They're not bad. I'm going to heat them up and, do them right. But I just had to take a nibble. Y'all know me. Okay, sometimes I just can't hold my mule. I just can't. But with that being said, these were, I think they were $5.99 or something like that, which isn't bad. You get 4 to a box. They're a nice size, maybe about the size of my palm. So other than me showing them to you, there's not too much else to tell except that they got them. And now I got them. But I'll give you my full review the next time we come back in, because then I would have really, partaken as far as eating them and really, yeah. Now, besides the food, when I was in TJ's, I was in there with my niece. And we were just in the store, just minding our own business, in line. And I saw some people at the front of the store. They were handing something out, you know what I mean? And then I looked at some of the other registers, and some people had like a whole, had a few of them. And they were checking out and buying them and this. Just very casually, but I noticed. And so I looked over, and it was these little bags. And I said, oh, okay, you see Trader Joe bags on the walls and whatever when you come in. So I said, okay, no big deal. So I saw someone else take some more. I said, you know what? While I'm here, let me just grab a bag. Grab a bag. How much are they? $2.99? Okay, just grab a bag. So I got out of line, and I went towards the front of the store, and I went to the box where they had the bags, and I grabbed it. And I looked to my niece, because the lines are pretty close to the front of the store. So I said, hey, do you want one? She said, yeah, give me a purple one. So I grabbed the bag. And so I guess it was a manager or something like that. Not exactly sure. But she worked there. Face sort of said it all. But then she spoke, not to me, but to one of the cashiers, and said, hey, we don't want nobody grabbing these bags. And I just looked at her with the bag in my hand, almost like, like a deer in headlights. And I'm like, is she talking about me? You know what I mean? And meanwhile, there was a woman behind me that had gone up and taken a bag as well. And that's what triggered her to say what she said. Because as I was going back to the aisle, okay, so as I'm going back, she was in the box. I left that area and I walked past the manager, just making sure we good, right? We good. But she didn't say anything else to me. I got in the line, and what she did was she walked up to the other woman and said, I'm sorry, we don't want anyone taking the bags. We'll give them to you. And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? So I'm talking to my cashier, and I said, hey, I grabbed the bags and this and that. She said, yeah, people have been calling for these bags. I said, really? I said, for these bags? She said, yeah. I said, you know what? I didn't even know that I didn't know it was like that. Now, let me back up. I heard last year that there was this whole fiasco about these Trader Joe bags, but I didn't know it was ongoing. So with that being said, I saw the bags, or I saw people buy the bags, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, the rush is over. You know, now there's plenty of them and people can just casually buy these bags. Honey, no, ma'am. Because as soon as I got home and I looked it up, people are going crazy over these bags. I mean, just crazy over they're $2.99. Now, and they're as cute as they can be. But I mean, people are really going bananas over the Trader Joe's bags. And meanwhile, I just casually walked into the store and grabbed two. And now I'm thinking I should have grabbed more than two, you know, but no, greedy gets you caught every time. So I just grabbed two, meaning one for me and one for my niece. Okay, and it has a little front pocket, oh, and a back pocket, and the back. And yeah, it's just a little tote. It's just a little tote. These are the pastel canvas totes that they now have, and they come in different colors. I think purple and blue, and I think a green, something like that. And yeah, I just casually grabbed two of them and walked out the store, and that was pretty much it. And nobody was clamoring, nobody was fighting, I guess because, you know, that was their first day of having them, and unless you called the store prior to, you wouldn't have known. Because even when I got back into line and I'm speaking to the cashier, someone else got out of line, their line, and came up to me and said, hey, where did you get that bag? And I said, oh, I got it from the front. I said, but I don't know if they want people to grab them. I said, but they'll hand them to you. And she said, oh, okay, thank you. You know, she got back in line. So yeah, I had no idea, but you know, this is right up my alley. First of all, this is my favorite color. Second of all, it's a little tote. So if you see them and you want one, make sure you grab one. Okay, don't be greedy. Grab one and leave some for the rest of the people that want them. And when I went home and I saw the frenzy online of other people trying to get these bags and lining up for hours and this and that, I said, oh my God. Not only that, but they take these bags and they sell them on eBay for thousands of dollars. I said, ma'am, these bags are $3. But the person who would pay that's who I'm mad at. Okay. So don't be that person. Don't be either of those persons. Okay. It's a bag. It's a tote. It's okay. Okay. Trader Joe's. They'll come out with more or make your own. It's okay. So yeah, I had a good time at Trader Joe's and got my cinnamon rolls and I rolled on out. Okay, so next up is skincare. You know, sometimes we dabble in skincare because I'm just looking to improve my skin just a little bit. For those who are familiar, I had a little breakout on my cheeks. And even though the breakout itself has subsided, the after effects, as far as the little marks that I have on my cheeks, they're still there. I'm just working with that. But overall, my skin's okay. But I did see this. It intrigued me. I tried it because I had a little gift card. And I said, you know what? Now's the time to try stuff. And I really like it. This is by Fresh. It's the kombucha facial treatment essence. So what is it? It protects and visibly repairs your skin, as well as it imparts a certain type of luminosity, you know, a brightness to your skin. And it helps prep your skin for all the other things that you would put on top, like the serums and the moisturizers and the yada, yada, yada. And so I have tried it. I've been using it for the past couple months, okay, because I really wanted to try it and see if I told you guys my skin is like the canary in a coal mine. It's very sensitive to stuff. My skin is very Ralph Tresventi. So with that being said, it has antioxidants and it's supposed to improve your skin overall. And I can honestly say that it does that. What it does is it doesn't impart a high beam shine, but more so a low beam or just a subtle glow to your skin. And my skin feels really good when I put it on, and it reacts well, or it acts well with the other products that I have in my skincare regimen. So I really do like it. I got this off of Ulta. And they also sell this on Amazon, of course. Had I not had my gift card, I would have bought it from Amazon. They had it at a really good price because I think it sells for about $35. And this is 1.6 fluid ounces, But a little goes a long way. It really, really does. It comes out this little top. It's a little foil covering. And then it has this little spout, little small, like dispensing hole. And you're just going to shake out maybe 2 drops or 2 shakes, if you will, into your hand. And then you just press your hands together and you would just press it into your skin. Okay, press it into your skin, and then you would add your serums and your moisturizers and everything like that. So it just helps to lay like a nice foundation to anything and everything else that you would put on your skin, on your face. It has like a light amber hue to it. It's not sticky. It has a fresh fragrance, very light and very pleasant. It's subtle, but it is noticeable. And it is a very pleasant addition to my skincare regimen. I am liking this a lot. And for wellness, okay, wellness, we like to talk about wellness around here. So not only do we take care of our bodies on the inside and on the outside, but also what's up top, what sparks joy in us, what keeps us, our mentals together, you know what I mean? And for me, you guys know that I love my plants. I've been taking care of my plants. And sometimes I like to bring in just a little bonus round of things. And this time, I think I talked about it before, but I never really showed you guys my little Kate Spade sling bags. So these are my little bags that I bought not too long ago. When she had this big sale. My nylon Kate Spade bags that I bought one in black and I bought one in brown. So I figure I cover both neutral territories with that. And they're very simple, like sling bags. So you can wear these cross-bodied or on your arm. And they have the adjustable strap. So the adjustable buckle right here. And the Kate Spade on the bottom, as well as on the front. And I absolutely love it. I just wanted some kick around bags, you know what I mean? Something I could just throw my stuff in and go. Nothing too fancy, nothing too ornate. Just get up and go and just do your things, and you know, little errand bags or just little kick it bags. So that's what I got. Their names are Ebony and Sienna, okay? I don't name my bags. I don't name my bags. But yeah, simple zip up bags. You open them up and there's like a little pocket on the inside. And yeah, just plain and simple. Those who know that I am in my handbag era. So I've been getting bags here and there and just about everywhere as far as adding to my collection. And these are a part of that. Absolutely, positively love them. Okay, so I think we did the roundup for this particular month. April was pretty chock full, and well, not April, March. That's what was going down for March. And so we have March covered. We went over everything that we needed to go over as far as the latest upgrades and updates that I have been making. And yeah, I think we just about covered everything. What do you think? I think we did, honey. I really do. No. Yep, we checked the list and we good. Okay, so with that being said, honey, it's time to go. So with that being said, that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out, okay? I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. Honey, I need y'all to come on back in here because we got some more stuff to talk about. So you got to come back for that. So you already know it's going to be the same Dolce dial. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. Woo! So you come on back. All right.